We will now call a Plan Commission of March 10th, 2026 to order.
Hannah.
Roll call, please.
Hannah here.
Couch here.
Lorick here.
Kavich here.
Guzikowski here.
Oldani here.
Seifert here.
Chandler here.
Approval of minutes of February the 24th, 2026. As usual, everybody take a look. I'll give you a few moments. And when you're satisfied everything's in order, a motion.
Seifert moves to approve the minutes of February 24th, 2026.
Guzikowski will second.
Roll call beginning with Christine.
Couch abstains.
Lorick, aye.
Kavich, aye.
Guzikowski, aye.
Oldani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye.
Okay. Moving on, item 4, consideration of temporary use permit for a temporary garden center in the parking lot of 7501 South Howell Avenue. This is submitted by Casey Erickson of CE Farms. Scott?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this property on the corner of Howell and Marquette Avenue, occupied by Classic Lanes, the bowling alley, Zone B4, General Business District. The applicant is here tonight to request that our annual temporary use permit to have a temporary garden center in the south portion of that parking lot. I believe this is 17th consecutive year of this request, and to date, there's never been any complaints about this. They are looking to operate as they have in past years with the single hoop house as shown here from years ago. It's going to be in the same spot. They're going to run from April 15th to July 15th, have everything removed by the 17th of July. Their hours of operation similar to previous years as well. It's going to be Monday through 7 days a week. Monday through Friday are going to be from 9 to 6, Saturdays till 5. Although you'll see in the conditions that we're allowing an extra hour on Saturday just in case. We've done that every year for them. And then on Sunday from 9 to 4, they will have the same 32 square foot signs that they always have in the same locations that they'll always have. And Classic Lanes is, as usual, agreed to provide water supply and restrooms for this use. So the applicant's here for questions. Otherwise, suggested motion is on the screen.
Great. Does the applicant want to say anything or wait on questions? Okay. Let's start it off. Chauncey, you want to start?
No questions, thank you.
Brad?
No questions.
Don?
No questions.
Chris?
No questions. No questions.
Steve?
No questions.
Christine?
I don't know, yeah, no, on the microphone. Todd, if you want to bring back the pictures that you're showing, there is encroachment on the grass here. Do you see the tires or the wheels going over the grass? So if it can be restored, if it's coming from that business or not. So if it's coming from it, just to be restored to its original condition.
Sure. And these photos are from 2019.
Like I said,
Is
if
it like
it's,
if it damages happens,
Yes.
you mean?
yeah, just to restore it to original condition, that's all. Thank you.
All right. No questions, just comment. It's been a great business for us. I personally go there, and I can't grow anything, and I have really good luck with those plants. So kudos to you. Very healthy stock. Always a lot of choice. So I'm glad to see you're coming back. Yeah, Don?
Just so, I mean, are we assuming that they did that? Is that the?
Well,
I
you
mean,
know-
what are you assuming? I mean, that could have been done by anybody, and it was 7 years ago.
It's a shared parking lot. I don't know
yeah.
who.
I wouldn't want
it's
to put
years
any kind
ago.
of condition on them that they need to repair that.
But we can take note of it, and
No, I
if
don't
we
think there's
see
any
something
reason,
at some point, mention it to them. I
Yeah.
don't know, so how to know who exactly.
I don't want
did the
any
damage.
notes saying that they need, if it still looks like that they need to repair it, because we don't know that they did it. That was 7 years ago. So I just want to make sure that's not on them.
No, Classic Lane's been a very good partner. They helped out the city greatly when we were in crisis during the Temple shooting. But they also help out Hannah Trailer occasionally. I'm sure it'll be in order.
Yeah, just to clarify, I just wanted to restore the original condition before they come in. So whatever how they came in, just to
Yeah.
restore it after the original condition when they come in. That's all.
All right. There's no further questions. Motion.
Lorik moves to approve the temporary use permit request for the operation of a garden center in the parking lot on the property at 7501 South Howell Avenue with the following conditions. Number one, that all relevant code requirements remain in effect. Two, that all garden center activities shall be located within the portion of the parking lot per the proposed map. Three, that all operations shall occur between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday and between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Sunday. Four, that signage for the operation is limited to one 32 square foot sign and one 12 square foot sign. Each sign shall meet setback requirements, shall be placed so that drive aisles and parking stalls remain unobstructed, and shall be stored within the tent area during non-business hours. 5, that a tent permit is obtained prior to operation. 6, that the temporary use permit shall be valid April 15th, 2026 through July 15th, 2026. The property shall be restored to its pre-temporary use condition by no later than July 17th, 2026.
Vouch second.
Roll call, beginning with Steve.
Vouch aye.
Lorik, aye.
Kavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Ladani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye.
Anna, I.
Okay. Good luck to you. See you this spring sometime. Item 5, review site architectural plans for the construction of an outdoor training course at the Milwaukee Area Technical College Oak Creek campus. This is an existing institution located at 6665 South Howell Ave.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As you're all potentially, hopefully familiar with MATC's campus here, which is along Howell, south of College, rather large campus here, all zoned institutional, and there's a conditional use permit there for solar energy collectors. So the proposal today is for them to add a new 8,400 square foot outdoor physical training course on site. And so it's proposed that this training course would be located at the rear or far west of the buildings there on campus, shown here with the yellow rectangle, just near the baseball fields. Currently at that site, it's a lawn with some landscaping along the building foundation, some shrubs, and 4 trees exist there as well. So to make room for the training course, they will be removing a good amount of that ground cover. They'll be removing the landscaping as far as the shrubs along the building foundation, because that will conflict with what they're proposing as far as their exercise space. There are those 4 trees there, as I mentioned, but they do intend to, rather than remove them, if you will, they're going to be relocating them on site. So on your right here, you can see an aerial photo where they show that those 4 trees being removed here from that lawn area. 2 of them are going to be replanted in the medians of the parking lot to the north, and 2 of them are going to be parked on either side of this service drive here, south of the building. So given that they're relocating them versus removing them, they're not subject to the tree preservation ordinance. They're not losing any trees, they're just moving them. So more about the training course. It will be on a poured-in-place rubber surface, again around 8,400 square feet in size. You can see a rendering there to the south. It's going to be enclosed by a 6-foot-tall black vinyl-coated chain link fence. And that's going to have 2 gates to it, one on the north and one on the south, for access in and out for that area. That gates will be key card activated, so you will have to have a key card to get in. It's just not open for anybody to get in. You'll also notice that along the drive here, they're installing a guardrail to protect 2 in case any vehicle should swerve off and they're not going to be able to hit the new course area. And then also they're going to be adding a sidewalk here to access this door, an existing door on the building, to come around and link up with the existing concrete sidewalks to the north of the building. So just, you saw in the report as well, a list of the various equipment that they're looking to add into the space. And I believe this is for training of EMS and service people as well. So So applicant, I may be here for questions. Otherwise, I do have the suggested motion on the screen.
Thank you, Todd. Does the applicant want to say anything, or you want to wait on questions? They've indicated they'll wait. Okay, we'll open it up. Christine,
I have no questions, thank you.
Steve,
No questions.
Greg,
No questions.
Chris,
No questions.
Don,
No questions.
Fred,
No questions.
and Chauncey.
No questions.
Okay, I would imagine it's just a seasonal fall, summer, spring, they're indicating yes. Great addition, adds to MATC and, training for protective service folks. Excellent, at least candidates. If there's no further questions, motion.
Seifert moves that the Plan Commission approves the site and architectural plans for the construction of an outdoor training course at Milwaukee Area Technical College, Oak Creek campus, and existing institution located at 6665 South Howell Avenue with the following conditions. 1, that all relevant code requirements remain in effect. 2, that this approval by the Plan Commission will expire within 12 months after the date of approval if a building permit has not been issued.
Oldani seconds.
Roll call, beginning with Greg.
Lorick, aye.
Gavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Oldani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye. Anna, aye.
Bouch, aye.
Item 6, review site and architectural plans for exterior modifications to a multi-tenant industrial building. This is located at 10551 South Oakview Parkway. This is submitted by Ken Osborne of HSA Commercial Inc. and Eric Ortega Partners in Design Architects. Todd?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this building is within the planned unit development, which is the Oakview Business Park. It's not too many years old. They have a conditional use permit for a freight yard, freight terminal, transshipment depot facilities there. And they're looking to, or their proposal is to add a drive-in dock door with ramp and a new window on the building. So the existing site is a multi-tenant industrial building with up to 4 tenants. Although with this tenant who's proposing this, or what these modifications are for, that tenant's going to be using the 2 middle suites, Suite 200 and 300, and then Suite 100 and 400 by other occupied by other businesses. The building as a whole is almost 155,000 square feet. And it currently, along its western or rear elevation, has 22 loading docks and 2 drive-in doors. So, as I mentioned, they are looking to add the 1 drive-in door with the ramp, which would be in line with those other dock doors on the building, on the rear west elevation of the building. They're also looking to add a new window on the street-facing east elevation side site plan. So looking at the elevations and architectural plans show, again, that west elevation highlighted where they're going to be adding the drive-in door. As I mentioned, it's in line with the other dock doors there, so that elevated, so that's the need for the ramp, which will have guardrails on either side of it. And then on the street-facing side, for their interior modifications, they will be having office, so they're adding a window here on the east elevation in line with in between 2 other existing windows, just to the left of the middle entry. So applicant, I believe, is here. Otherwise, motion on the screen.
Okay, thank you, Todd. As usual, applicant, if you want to say a few words or you want to wait on questions. All right, he's indicated he'll wait. Christine?
I have no questions.
Steve?
No questions, pretty straightforward.
No questions.
Chris?
No questions.
Don?
No questions.
Fred?
No questions at this time.
All right, Chauncey?
No questions.
Okay. I do have questions, so if you'd like to come on up, sorry. We'll need your name and address. My question is, I mean, you got the elevated ramp. Obviously, you have a need to drive in and out of that building. Is it forklift traffic? Is it vehicle traffic?
I'm Eric Ortega, Partners in Design Architects, 2610 Lake Hook Road, Riverwoods, Illinois. This will be mostly for not forklift, so it'll be trucks driving in and out. So where there's smaller trucks, then can use the docks.
Like, we're not talking semis.
No. Semis would use the docks. So anything smaller than a semi would be able to use the ramp and unload there.
Okay. And then, of course, all the materials have to be corresponding to what exists, correct?
Yes.
Window frames, glazing.
Yeah, correct. The windows and the framing will match the existing ones adjacent to them, and then the new drive-in door will be of white vinyl or steel material to match all the other dock doors and drive-in doors.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
Thanks.
it. There's no further discussion or questions. Motion, please.
Holdani moves that the Plan Commission approve site and architectural plans for exterior modifications to the multi-tenant industrial building located at 10551 South Oakview Parkway with the following conditions. 1, that all relevant code requirements remain in effect. 2, that this approval by Plan Commission shall expire within 12 months after the date of approval if a building permit has not been issued.
Seifert seconds.
Roll call, beginning with Chris.
Guzekowski, aye.
Holdani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye.
Anna, I.
Bouch, aye.
Clark, aye.
Kavich, aye. Okay, that will get us to 7. This is to review a proposed amendment to the official map affecting the properties located at 10670 South Nicholson Road. This is submitted by John Corey, Switchback Enterprises.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, I will be doing 7 and 8 together, whether you want to read.
Yes, I will read 8 then. And this is review of a preliminary subdivision plot for Edgemont Estate. This is a single-family residential subdivision be located at 10670 South Nicholson. Once again, submitted by John Corey, Switchback Enterprise.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And because those two apply to the same property, just doing them together. But so you may be familiar with this property, southeast of Nicholson Road and East Elm. It is mostly zoned RS3, single-family residential, but it does have a strip on the north of Shoreland Wetland Conservancy as well. Comprehensive plan shows this or designates this land for single-family detached homes. So the proposals this evening are 1, for an official map amendment to remove future roads because the next item, which is the Edgemont Estates preliminary subdivision plat, the roads there conflict with what our official map shows. So it's best to eliminate those, and as you'll see, those roads are mostly built. So the other item tonight is again, approval of the Edgemont Estates preliminary subdivision plat, which is a 14-lot single-family subdivision, and this may seem familiar to you as 3 years ago, roughly, they were before you and were granted approval for this subdivision. And so later, in a little bit, I'll let you know why they're back. The suspense. So to, again, just remind you of what the site is all about. It's it's just under 13 acres in size. There is a little bit of flood fringe in the southeast portion of it. And as I mentioned, it's mostly RS3, which would allow for a density of 4.4 units per acre, lot sizes up to 10,500 square feet, and a minimum lot size of 70 square feet. There also is obviously there is then future roads that are shown for this area, and those are shown here in the dashed black symbol here as to what our city official map shows for future roads. And as you can see from the photos to the right of there, these were photos taken last Friday, that the roads, the infrastructure for this subdivision are nearly complete at this point. So that is how they look as of Friday. So that first step would be the official map amendment, which I noted would be removing the pattern that is on that parcel. So those red dashed segments there, to remove that, to keep everything else that you see on there that's black, dashed lines. Because again, that's being replaced by a slightly different pattern that is from the subdivision proposed. And there'll be a public hearing for this official map amendment at the April 21st meeting. So that will still require common council approval and of course your recommendation this evening. Going back to the preliminary plat. So yes, it was approved by Plan Commission on February 28th of 2023. And since that time, there's been no changes to it. It just became to a matter of timing and regulation from the state. State statute requires or says that the Milwaukee County Register of Deeds may not accept a plat for recording if it was submitted more than 36 months after its first approval. So the first approval of this subdivision was that February 28, 2023. It has been just over 36 months since that date. So I know they are looking to finish up and working with engineering right now to finish up all that they're required to do for that subdivision, which was also laid out in the development agreement years ago. So they're looking to finish up a few things, but they need to have that this preliminary plat approval again, and then they would be coming in the next coming months with their final plat, looking for approval there, and hopefully then recording that. But because it's been more than 36 months since the first one, they need to kind of step back. So that's where we are tonight. But like I said, there's been no change. It's the identical plat that was approved 3 years ago. That being, again, the single-family detached homes, the 14 lots, lot sizes from roughly 12,000 square feet to over 15,000 square feet. There's 4 outlots there, with the one in the north being mostly for the stormwater. And then there's a lot of environmentally sensitive areas on the site. So that's the function of the outlots to the south, is to keep those as open space and undisturbed, as well as some of the reasoning for that outlot one up there with the stormwater, and also there's environmental corridor up there. So as the proposed subdivision is just over 1 unit per acre, well under the RS3 requirements. So that is why they're back here tonight. I believe they're here for, and if you have any comments or concerns, otherwise the suggested motion for both 7 and 8 are on the screen.
Thank you, Todd. The applicant wants to say anything or wait on questions? Sir, are you the applicant? Oh, yeah, if you want to make a statement, you can before, or you can wait on questions. Okay. Christine?
Just one question. If you bring the last one, didn't we show like a cul-de-sac at the end here by,
Yeah, so
Outlot
there will
one?
be a temporary cul-de-sac at the very top of the S there. If you were to look at the future maps on the parcel to the east, it continues on and then would cut back down to Elm. So that's allowing for a future connection to the lot to the east, which is undeveloped.
okay,
It's being farmed, I believe. So that leaves a connection there to the east in the future, should that owner ever decide to develop. So it'll be a temporary cul-de-sac with an easement on Outlot 1 for that.
okay. Thank you.
Steve?
No questions.
Greg?
So this just seems like a cleanup and extension.
It's like an
Okay.
extension.
So the road that's clearly already built or almost complete, it matches the preliminary plat.
Yeah, I mean, it is laid out as the plat shows. And,
Okay. And do you-
there's sidewalks, as you can see, and there's
Sure.
street lamps, and there was an issue with the storm sewer that they had to go back in and fix. So you can see it's kind of torn up here. So we're still waiting for engineering to give the thumbs up for them to be accomplished what they needed to.
Sure.
So we can go to final plat.
And I know this predates you in Oak Creek, but do you
It
know
does.
why we didn't eliminate the future road map back when we did this?
I do not.
Oh,
It was when this came back to our desk, and I was like, why is this still here? We should do this. And in fact, this was more so a city guided, like charging them for it. It's just like, we'll take care of this and do the cleanup because
Okay.
it should not be there because it does conflict with, where there would be placing houses.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
So, and the road's there.
Right.
So there's a road. At the very least, there's a road.
Yeah.
I don't know why it didn't get cleaned up.
I don't know, and then it made us go back to our city attorney and look at the state statutes as to like, does this need to happen? And
Because the plot was,
pardon? Yeah,
the subdivision should have been done.
it should have been done at that time.
Yeah.
I do not know why it was not. Good.
Okay.
That's it.
Is that Craig? Chris?
I have no questions.
Don?
Greg asked my questions. I'm good, thanks.
All right, Fred?
No questions.
Chauncey?
No question.
None for I either. If there's no further discussion, motion. On 7, and then we'll take 8.
Ladani moves that the Plan Commission recommends to the Common Council approval of an amendment to the official map affecting the property located at 10670 South Nicholson Road after a public hearing.
Lork seconds.
Roll call. Beginning with Don.
Ladani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye. And I.
Bouch, aye.
Lork, aye.
Kavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Okay, and then 8. That's the plot.
Ladani moves that the Plan Commission approves the preliminary subdivision plot for Edgemount Estates, single-family residential subdivision to be located at 10670 South Nicholson Road with the following conditions. 1, that all relevant code requirements remain in effect. 2, that all required development and stormwater agreements and land use building permits are coordinated with the engineering department. 3, that all water and sewer utility connections are coordinated with the Oak Creek Water and Sewer Utility. 4, that all technical corrections, including but not limited to the corrections required for compliance with the municipal code and Wisconsin statutes are made prior to recording. And 5, that all revisions to the preliminary subdivision plot are submitted electronically to the Department of Community Development prior to the submission of permit applications.
Seifert seconds.
Roll call, beginning with Fred.
Seifert, aye.
Chandler, aye. And I.
Bouch, aye.
Lork, aye.
Kavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Ladani, aye.
And last but not least, adjournment.
Seifert moves for adjournment at 6:30.
Lork seconds.
Roll call, beginning with Chauncey.
Chandler, aye. And I.
Bouch, aye.
Lork, aye.
Kavich, aye.
Guzekowski, aye.
Ladani, aye.
Seifert, aye.
Okay, everybody, have a great week. Enjoy the weather while you can. I hear snow's on the way. Bye-bye.